In the sprawling, sun-dappled meadows that brushed against the icy shores of a crystal-clear lake, lived two unlikely friends. There was Piper, a penguin with a heart full of determination and feet that were much better at waddling than walking on grass. And then there was Rocky, a rabbit whose lightning-fast paws could chart a course through the thickest of woods in the blink of an eye. They were the most peculiar pair of pathfinders anyone had ever seen, living in a world where snowy banks met flowering fields. One bright morning, a challenge arose. The great berry bush, which grew the sweetest berries in the entire land, was rumored to be at the top of Whispering Peak, a place neither snow nor soil creatures dared to venture alone. The path was tricky, winding through slippery ice patches and dense, thorny thickets. Piper, with his sturdy slip-resistant feet, could navigate the ice, but the forest maze was impossible for him. Rocky, on the other hand, could dart through any thicket, but would slide uncontrollably on the frozen ground. Standing at the base of the peak, they looked at each other. Rocky twitched his nose. "I can find the trail through the woods," he said. "But that ice looks like a giant skating rink I'd rather not be on." Piper flapped his flippers. "And I can handle the ice, but I'd get lost in those trees forever." That's when it clicked. They weren't just a penguin and a rabbit. They were a team. So, their journey began. On the icy stretches, Piper would lead, his steady waddle creating a safe path for Rocky to hop along behind him. When they reached the dense forest, Rocky took the lead, his agility and keen senses guiding them through twisting trails and around thorny branches. With Piper following closely in the clearings he made, they encouraged each other, shared stories, and what seemed like an impossible journey became a grand adventure. Finally, they reached the summit. The great berry bush was even more magnificent than the stories told, laden with juicy, sweet berries. As they shared their well-earned feast, they realized the berries weren't the real treasure. It was their friendship. They learned that everyone has different strengths and weaknesses, and that life's most difficult paths are best navigated, not alone, but together. Their adventure became a legend, a story told to remind everyone that with a good friend by your side, you can overcome any obstacle. Thank you so much for joining us on this little adventure today. If you enjoyed Piper and Rocky's story, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more tales of friendship and courage. See you next time.